Hey guys! So I just got back from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and I thought I would give a quick review of what I thought of the movie. So for starters, I guess I kind of forgot, like in the first movie when I watched it, I had the same reaction. It's kind of like you watch these Guardians movies, and for about the first 75% of the movie, you're just completely lost. You're like, I'm sorry, what? What's happening? What did he say? Why is he doing that? I don't get this. I don't understand. Why do we care? I mean, they're funny, they're visually stunning, but you're like looking for the meaning or the purpose, the thing that ties it all together. And then you hit that 3/4 mark, and then it all comes together, and you're like, whoa. So I totally had that reaction in the first movie, and it only happens the first time you watch it, and then everything makes sense in hindsight. So every time you watch it after that, it's like the movie only grows more brilliant over time. It's like the slow burn thing. It's really cool. So that definitely happened in the volume 2 as much as it did in volume 1. I think I was a little more thrown off in volume 2 because they really upped the raunchy factor, which really annoyed me because it wasn't even. I don't appreciate raunchy stuff anyway. I don't think it's necessary, and some of it I think is really disrespectful. But it was like clumsy in the way that they did it, to the point where you felt like they were trying. This wasn't even natural. Even with certain characters, this was not natural. It was like, okay, that felt stupid. Like, I'm sorry, are you in middle school writing lines here? But I kept looking for the meaning, you know. This felt like a meaningless movie with a whole bunch of meaningless lines. And I loved the first one. And I'd heard everybody say, this is such an awesome movie. So I was saying, there's got to be something here, you know, other than Baby Groot, who's totally cute. There's got to be something here. And then I hit that 3/4 mark, and it was like, he did it again. James Gunn did it again. I suddenly understand everything. And I realized when I finished the movie, James Gunn made 2 in a row meaningless feeling movies to teach us about meaning. And it was even, honestly, in some ways, a little bit more obscure in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 because, like, you were bringing all these separate characters in from different backgrounds. They didn't really come together. They didn't come together until later on in the movie. In Volume 2, they're already together, but they're still dealing with all these different outside issues, you know, or issues that they have with each other and different stuff like that. So, you hit the 3/4 mark and you realize everybody in this movie is searching for meaning. They use the specific word meaning over and over again. Ego is looking for his purpose and his meaning. Peter feels like he's been trying to find meaning his whole life because he feels like he lost that the moment his mom died. Yondu feels like his life is meaningless. Rocket, oh my goodness, that poor thing. He has got so much bottled up in there. You know, Gamora is struggling with meaning and value and purpose and the things that she did in the past. Nebula is basically a traumatized ball of fire walking around. Bless her heart. It was amazing because it was like characters I hated in the first movie, I found myself loving and sympathizing in this movie. So you want to call that good character development? I mean, way to go, Mr. Gunn. But the emotion that I felt when I hit that 3/4 mark and like everything was revealed, all the pieces came together, the whole movie suddenly made sense, was so much bigger in this one. And I got done and it was just like, that was so crazy, but it made so much sense. And I can't say the Guardians are my favorite of the Marvel series. Obviously, my favorite's Captain America. You may have picked up on that. But I like that the Guardians come from this really wacky way of telling a story that doesn't feel like it makes sense until you get to that end point, which is often how life is. Sometimes life doesn't feel like it makes sense, and then you hit something where suddenly all these things click into place, and then you look back and you realize, well, that made sense, and that was leading up to this, and I realized that, and that person was in my life at that point, and it all comes together. I really think that that is something incredibly powerful. Everybody's searching for meaning in life. I find my meaning and purpose in Jesus Christ and God, who made each of us with a purpose on this earth. And I know that every single person who is born wants to find out why they are here. And to have that reflected so well in a movie made by someone who, as far as I know, James Gunn doesn't even, you know, proclaim to be a Christian, but he understands the need that every living being has for meaning, and to explore that in such a way from such a wacky place, I think was brilliant as a storyteller, and I loved it. So Groot was really cute, was visually stunning, and something that I did really appreciate too was anything with Peter, Quill, and Gamora felt really gentle and respectful in this one. He was kind of like a hey babe, you know, in the first one, and that fit with his character at that time, but I felt like there was more of a deeper level of mutual respect and actual genuine affection in this one. And so I just really appreciated that, because they could make it like this, I don't know, because both characters kind of come from rougher backgrounds, they could get away. I mean, I wouldn't appreciate it, but they could kind of get away with stuff that they didn't. They kept it very respectful, which made it feel more real to me. So I really appreciated that. So yeah, I mean, yeah, there was a lot of language. There was some comments where it was like, okay, are you done now? Really? Seriously? But overall, to have so many true things that so many people can, that everybody on planet Earth can connect with, brought out in this movie that felt like it made no sense until the ending. And now every time I'm going to watch it again, it's going to be more brilliant to me because I'm going to understand it. I think it was incredible. So yeah. And I know that this really doesn't count as a video this week. I've had a lot going on, so just know that I will have a lot more better videos coming to you very soon. So thanks a lot.